I left for work an hour early. I had an hour to work on my cardigan. I'm almost done with sleeve number 2, which it's working up so fast. Like, I honestly understand the appeal to acrylic and lace-ish. It's not really lace, it's just a lot of chains. I understand, but I'm so close to finishing this cardigan, and I could have been working on that instead of sitting in the parking lot for another hour. But I guess I can edit a video from last week. I don't know. Yeah. How are you guys doing? Hello, welcome to like the second week of the new year. Good morrow. I don't know what day it is. I think it's Friday. Yeah, it's Friday. So I will be reverting back to my Thursday vlog uploads now that the holiday season is over. Thank goodness. Oh, it was a long season. Right now I'm pinning down my lining for my piece I was supposed to have done by Christmas, but you know, things happen. Life happens. But I want to revert back because although I love Infinity Nikki, the reason why I was doing it was because I had less time to vlog. And with last week's video being a 2-hour long video, I think I definitely have time. I no longer have Thursday shifts. Well, I might, depends on my financial situation, but I'm back to my normal schedule where I only work on what days? Friday, Saturday, Sundays. And so because of that, I'll have more time to also my shifts should be a little bit shorter. I'm getting a lot of 6 or 8 hour shifts, which is great because I need the money, but also I have a hard time doing anything else when I have, 8-hour shifts 4 days a week, 8-hour plus shifts. Overtime is not approved as of now. So that being the case, I will not be extending my shifts. So yeah, I want to revert back to what I was doing and have us on Thursdays, every Thursday. Infinity Nikki will still probably happen on Mondays. I just don't know how often because I really want to get back into sewing. Like I said this before Christmas started, and I think because of the holidays, my schedule didn't allow me to sew because like with sewing, I feel like I want to concentrate more. Whereas with crochet, I'm at the point where I just crochet in the background. Obviously, I do the crochet and let's play because like I'm just making stuff for other people at this point, and I really want to just make clothes for myself. I really miss having my own clothes. I really hate my style right now. I was saying this at the end of my vlog last week. I'm going through like a casual style crisis, and it's not like I say crisis, but it's really it just sucks that most of my fashion isn't something that I would normally wear if I'm not doing the hairstyle. And lately, I haven't been feeling the 1940s hairstyle. And it's mostly because of my crochet, the texture of yarn, and then the texture of wet hair in the same day. Like, it's overstimulating for sure. So, yeah, I want to get back into sewing a little bit more. I want to get my gajinka started. Speaking of, my wig came in. Let me go grab it. Actually, I'll show you guys later this week because my hair's actually already done for work. So, yeah, I have work at 5:30. I have yesterday. You saw because I added it into the vlog. I left work for work an hour ahead of time, and it's mostly because brain dumb. But I got some editing done, which is good. It's not a lot of editing, but it's something. That's also something I want to like, I don't know, slow down on kind of. I like posting about my my weekly music roundup. I'm really enjoying that. However, I'm looking at the views and like count, the ratios a little bit too closely, and I really hate that about me right now. It's not about me. It's about the fact that I'm paying attention to it. That's what I'm really liking. By the way, I didn't wash this fabric. I found it in a stack of fabric back here. So it will probably shrink, which sucks, but it is what it is. Honestly, if it doesn't fit, I will just sell it, which also sucks, but you do what you gotta do. So anyways, yeah, I'm kind of like sick of myself just staring at my view counts and my like counts, and I need to keep my brain busy. I need to keep my brain active. Also, everything that's going on in the world right now. I don't feel like it's completely right of me to just keep on posting happy things all the time. I want to be more of an advocate, and like I said this at the end of my last video. Oh, also, sorry, by the way, I'm using one of my old mics, so if there's crackling, I just didn't feel like going and grabbing the other one. This one I keep in this room so that I can just like, because like, okay, when you have ADHD, if you leave a room, you're basically done with that room. And it's really frustrating because like, it's the hyper focus thing. I think you're like, once you're out of a room, you forget. I have pretty severe ADHD and unfortunately didn't get diagnosed for it until like 29, 30. Didn't take medication until I was in my 30s and realized, oh shit, my life is not real. My life is not normal. People don't normally just forget things the way that I do. Anyways, it's a ADHD tactic of mine. I think not being on medication my whole life did benefit in some ways, but it also was extremely detrimental because I thought I was normal the whole entire time, but looky here. Anyways, going back to the original thing I was talking about, there's a lot of bad things happening in the world right now. And I don't want to be sitting on the sideline all the time and just waiting and like posting the most. I mean, I think posting positive things is a good thing, but I also need to talk about these things and be like, hey, here's what we can do to be activists in this world with what tools we have. As somebody who makes clothing, I think the least I can do is like continue making clothing and offer clothing to the community and just keep on making my art in the way to be counterculture. Like, I will always be counterculture no matter what. My brain was literally wired that way. And I think I need to continue doing that. And to continue doing that, I need to be able to talk through it and speak of the reasons why I'm doing certain things. So, yeah, I there's just so much going on in this world, and I'm so disappointed. We all knew it was coming, but man, it just doesn't feel good. So, anyways, I just wanted to update you all on what's going on for the future with these vlogs. I may or may not get back into doing the little listicle thing. I thought that was really fun. However, I don't think enough people really liked it as much as I did. So it's fine. Like, I think it's because I'm a small channel, first of all. Second of all, I'm terrible at editing my stuff. And it's not like I'm trying to get super popular on here. I'm just trying to help myself get through projects at the end of the day. So, yeah. All right. I'm going to continue sewing. But oh, I guess I could show you guys, since it's been so long since I started this project. Let me go grab the sewing pattern and then I'll show you guys what I'm working on. We're working on this bodice piece right here. It's a 1940s. Yeah, because you guys know I love 1940s silhouette, specifically 1940s summer silhouettes. I do like the winter and spring stuff, but I just don't have enough patterns for myself for that. But I plan on wearing this bodice piece over a dress because it's going to be too cold, and I don't feel like shaving my armpits. Not that there's any problem with it. I don't feel comfortable yet showing all that off. So if you do, I'm proud of you. I wish I could be you. I will be one day, but for now, I just don't feel. I'll slowly get there. But anyways, yeah, I want to make this, wear it over a dress, and then I have the skirt actually right here that's been finished, and I was planning on, well, I was kind of hoping to wear it before New Year's Eve, but also I sewed this on wrong, but it is what it is. It's for me. I'm not selling it off until I'm tired of it. But I think it'd be really cute. And then maybe I can find like something. Sorry, I just rubbed the mic. But maybe I can find something pink to wear over it or something. I don't know. I think this shade of red is gorgeous. Oh, I should cut that tag. I don't know. It's kind of cute there too. But yeah, you definitely see it. But yeah, that's a Target tag from like a few years ago. But yeah, that's what I'm working on. I'm hoping to continue working on that this week because I'm back to a kind of a normal schedule. I have 2 more days. I'm off, and then I'm not back until Friday, so I should be back to normal. Fingers crossed. My mental health is still decent. All right, see you guys next update. Folks, I have once again left the house too early. This time it was only 30 minutes instead of an hour. So I am parked at the Home Goods. I'm going to check if they have like cupcake liners or bed sheets or tablecloth or shower curtains. That's it. I'm giving myself 15 minutes, but then I gotta go to work. But also I changed out of my contacts because this left eye is blurry and I don't feel comfortable driving like that. No, I'm not risking other people's lives. So okay, so no shower curtains. The one shower curtain I saw was like $25 and it was kind of like this muslin fabric, which would have been great, but it's like kind of thick and then it's just not really what I wanted to vibe with. But I did find not a cupcake liner. I found these little boxes. I have to use the bathroom, but oh, come on, let's see. These little boxes, and I think they'll be cute for like going away present, like small gifts for my friends. And then I also found this guy, and I think it'd be great for whenever I go to the market for my second table. I really gotta pee, so thanks for watching my haul. You've got two choices, yes or yes. I got 2 sleeves done. Woohoo! So now all I need is the trim, which is going to be like the ribbing, the back loop only, half double crochet. Oh my god, I'm stuck on this blanket. But yeah, that's all I got. So I'm gonna do the trim around here so that I don't have to like carry the yarn. We're gonna use this twinkle yarn because I like sparkles. Also, my eyes are all puffy because I think I'm allergic to one of my makeups. I need to double check, but I woke up from my nap because I had a 9:15 a.m. after yesterday having a closing extending until midnight shift. So, yay money, I guess. But anyways, yeah, I woke up from my nap because my eye was itchy. My eye, like, lid was itchy, and then that caused it to all go into my eye. And now my eyes look like I've got pink eye. I do not have conjunctivitis. But yeah, anyways, yeah, we're going to do the trim around the wrists. I accidentally sewed in the end for this. It's not the biggest deal, honestly. I thought I was going to, like, bring this in, but I think I love a sleeve. I love me some big old sleeves. I don't know if I like how short it is. It's not super short, but also it's not covering my fingertips, so I don't know. We're going to start doing that. I should have enough yarn. One yarn length, and then it's done. Maybe. I don't know. I still kind of want to add red hearts to it, but I feel like that might be too much. I really like this pattern. I'm really happy with it. It's so cute. Hi, good morning. It's 12:55 p.m. I can't get with this time difference thing. I know it's fall backward and we get extra sleep, but it's extra dark and it's extra sleepy time because depression. I'm not depressed right now. Like, I'm not going through a funk right now. I was last week, the week before. I don't remember, but I'm fine right now. Still working on this guy. Also, Loops and Threads Impeccable yarn used to be my favorite from Michaels, but it just does not feel good. It feels so dry. I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. Anyways, I'm still working on this. Oh, also, it's Monday, and I want to give you guys an update on, like, my Infinity Nikki posting schedule, because I don't think I gave it one to y'all. I kind of, sort of, did something, well, I did absolutely do something different last Monday, and that was doing that Halloween pastel goth pattern thing, which is doing decent. Like, it's not doing well enough for me to warrant making another video anytime soon. So, kind of grateful for that, but also, like, if y'all want it enough, then I will give you another one. I just don't know. With ADHD, you know, sometimes the brain will only do it if your head is in the game, and right now my head is not in that game. My head is in the game of trying to finish this, and with that being said, oh wait, let me finish. Mondays Mondays are going to be like my random days. I haven't decided what I wanted to do yet. I thought about doing like a sew with me and listen to music thing where I help you guys discover new music, and all the commercials and ads, since I don't get paid from YouTube anyways, and I probably never will, all of the ad revenue will go to those artists. And so that I feel like that would be great to help spread the word, because like at the end of the day, I kind of want to be a music promoter, not in the traditional sense where I like have the money to blast their name everywhere, but in the sense of like I use my fashion to show that music and fashion do meld. If that doesn't really make sense, but yeah, I that's kind of my goal at the end of the day, is to promote musicians. I don't know what music style I want to promote today, and I think that's what's prohibiting me, I guess that's the word. It's more of a like, I don't know what my brain is feeling. Usually I just listen to whatever is on, like, what is it, the Discover Weekly, and then ooh, that's not supposed to be hold on, I can't speak and crochet at the same time. But usually what I do is I go on Discover Weekly, and then whenever there's a song that really catches my ear, then I'll go to that artist, and then go to the artist's like radio, and then I'll listen to that, because Spotify is pretty good at doing that. I know I want to try and use Tidal one of these days. I just don't know. I have over 4,000 songs saved to my like list, and that's just too many. Anyways, Mondays, like I said, are going to be dedicated to whatever the heck I want Mondays. So I'm either going to do a sew with me and listen to music thing, or I'll just do a everything I made in 2026 video, which I also don't want to do, even though I said I was going to do, but it's already the 12th, and I feel like I've run out of time for that. So I can do that if I really feel like it. But also, I wanted to give you guys an update on this little guy. So let me and show you. I'm about halfway through with the trim for the bodice of this. So let me get up and show you guys. We have all of this done all the way up here. And I'm looking at it. I think this is just going to be way too big. Like, if you look at it, let me like try to scooch back this way. If you look at it from back here, it goes only up to here. And I'm not trying to make this like a super cozy, like tight one, but I think it just sits too low. It's too wide here, and it's just not what I'm actually looking for. I think this yarn was too bulky for what I wanted. And while this did work up really quickly, I just don't think this is what I want to wear. So I have a feeling I'm going to end up selling this, or maybe giving it to my friend who's moving to California. We don't know when she's moving, so if it doesn't sell, then I give it to her. But if it does sell, then it sells, you know? This is just too big for me. And like, you see it already like sliding off. I'm going to put buttons still, but like, that's really disappointing, isn't it? Like, you work really hard on something. This has been like an over a week long project. I haven't finished here, I don't think. Yeah. So it does reach pretty far up. And maybe if I had made the trim a little bit, like right now I'm doing 5 across, and maybe if I did like 8 across, then it would have been fine. But then this would have been really thick, and then I wouldn't have liked it. Like, I already don't know how I feel about it anyways, because it is white on top of all of this. It's not the worst, but like, it's not exactly what I wanted. So it is warm. It is covering me. I do have the space heater on because it's 11 degrees colder than it was yesterday, but not exactly what I want. And I feel bad for buying all this yarn, but I do still have this much yarn left, so I can at least make a beret out of these two. I don't think I want to make a beret out of this one. I don't know what I want to make out of this, because I could maybe, because I do have a little tiny ball of yarn inside my stash. It's like this big. So, I don't know. I know for sure I can make a beret out of these, so I'm gonna make a striped beret out of these ones. Cause, oh, actually, I haven't told y'all. Hi. So I wrote down plans. Well, since we're here, let me undo all this. Sorry, I'm pulling up Infinity Nikki too. I'm not gonna do Infinity Nikki. Oh, I gotta run away from the behemoth. Hold on. Okay. Oh, that behemoth might see me. Oh, hold on. By the way, the reason why I don't want to do Infinity Nikki this Monday is because there's no dialogue to this update, and I'm not going to read that all out to you, especially when I could be crocheting the whole time. I'm going to be crocheting the whole time. I am the type of person, I will not read dialogue. It's no offense to the storyboard makers. I only read it when I'm playing the game because, like, I just feel like I need to. I don't like reading. It's not that I don't like reading. It's the fact that, like, they definitely have money to hire people for the dialogue, and I can't comprehend it very well. It makes me feel so stupid. I need to not talk about this because it's just going to make me feel bad about myself. But anyways, while we're crocheting this, well, anyway, I don't know what I'm doing. At work, I asked to not be on my normal role because I just really wanted to, like, sit and think. So normally what I do stocking. I pull stuff from downstairs upstairs, and there's a lot of work that needs to be done with stocking, a lot of physical labor, and it usually wears me out a lot. And since we've been really, really slow, I know me is still going to find things to do, because now that it's slow, there's time to do those things that need to be done so that we can, like, perfect it. I've always been the type of, when we're slower, it's time to perfect your normal skills, right? So I asked to be on the registers, and while on the registers, I wrote down a lot of stuff that I want to do coming up in 2026, which I did talk a little bit about my goals in the last vlog, but that was a 2-hour vlog, and if you made it through that vlog, kudos to you, because dang, that was long. Anyways, one of the things I wanted to do is to make bags for people who purchase like big old sweaters like this, because I think, like, those bags, I don't think I showed you guys, but I got some bags and some paper bags in that will be good enough for, like, the bandanas and, like, the berets, like, smaller things, but they're definitely too small for the sweaters and the shrugs and the shawls. So I went ahead and looked at one of the bags that we have at work, and, like, kind of deconstructed it while I was on stage, and, like, looked at where the bias tape was, because it wasn't really bias tape. It's all made out of plastic, right? And I just, like, really studied what was going on and came up with this little bag. So this is the fold down here, and then I plan on making, like, a strip and then having it be able to tie up here like a little market bag, and it's going to be collapsible, right? But, like, it's going to be able to come out pretty wide like this. The bias tape is going to be on the outside because it's going to be kind of a shoddy make, but it's one of those where I'm like, I don't really mind. Oh, sorry. My YouTube is auto-playing, and I think the new update for Animal Crossing just started. Like, I don't remember which day it was, but it, like, really just started. So congrats to the Animal Crossing crowd. You've been waiting for so long, much like Animal Crossing does to y'all. I am one of those. My husband is definitely one of those. He's the one that got me back into New Horizons. I think that's the newest one. But anyways, yeah, I plan on making this out of fabric that my husband and one of our family friends, they both bought the same wizard outfit, and neither of them are going to wear it again. So I asked them both to donate that to me so I can just make things out of it. And this is what I'm planning on making, is little market bags for my stuff. I don't think I'll have enough time to embroider. I want an embroidery machine so bad, But that is something for way in the future. I cannot afford that right now. So that's something that I did. Let me see. Oh, this one, pattern release. So I want to be better about pattern releases. I did talk about this in the end of last week's vlog, and I want to put out a big pattern book or booklet this year for the berets I made last year. And that being said, I want to do every 2 months, do a video release. And at the very end of the year, I'm going to do the booklet. So with that being said, with those yarns over there, the first pattern I'm going to put on YouTube is going to be the striped beret. I can actually go grab that. Hold on. All right. So starting off, what I want to do first is doing a striped beret. So this is what I mean by striped beret. This one's not the best example because this is when I didn't learn how to use the slip stitch method, where you chain 2 for the first stitch, go all the way around and slip stitch back into that chain 2, and then continue that. So you can see where the lines kind of messed up, and you can definitely tell on the inside. For the inside, I'm going to continue doing the carrying over, I think, just because, like, why not? It's the inside. Nobody should be seeing that. And I want to do this one first. So I'm going to use these 2 yarns, I think. These 2, or I have a gray yarn over here. I don't know how much I want to mix these 2 together. I could probably do these 2 together. This wouldn't be the worst, but I want to do that for my first pattern release in February, and I might get around to recording that very soon, and then I'll start doing the editing process so I can get it out around, maybe I can do it around Valentine's Day, because I don't plan on signing up for any markets until the summertime, and those applications usually don't go out. Well, I don't know. I can't say usually don't go out, but I have a feeling those those applications don't go out until a little bit after March, April maybe. By the way, speaking of applications, I did apply to be a pattern tester for the Seamless Love shawl, something like that. I can't remember the artist's name. I'll put it right here. But I am a big fan of their work. They're into lace, and that's something I really want to be gooder at, you know. I admire Marcus's work, and I hope to be like them one day and be able to make my own lace patterns in the future. And to do that, I want to go through the process of a pattern, because normally I just use diagrams, and I know diagrams are not everybody's cup of tea. I wish more people would get into diagrams, and I so wish that I could make patterns using diagrams, but I can't draw a straight line. I can't draw a round line, and I'm trying my best to do so, but it's just one of those, like, it's just so hard to do something like that when, like, you don't have the proper tools, you know? Sorry, I have gunk in my eye because I'm still waking up, but yeah, that's something that I may or may not be bringing to y'all. I will ask for permission to be bringing it to y'all if I do get accepted. I'm not guaranteed to get accepted. I would love to be accepted, but I understand if I am passed over. But anyways, yeah, this one will be February, and then next month is going to be the beret base. So what I mean by the beret base is like the pattern I use. So it's going to be very similar to this without the color changes, right? But it's going to have the one row where I do the front loop only or the back loop only. Yeah, back loop only. And so you can do the designs on. So I have a sample right here. I think I have actually already recorded this. I don't remember. I know I have photoed this because at first I did a black yarn, and then I was like, nobody's going to be able to see that. I have to redo this. And that's one of the reasons why it's been taking me so long to release patterns for my berets, is because I decided to do it in black because that's the yarns I was working with at the time. But this is going to be the next one. This is going to be in April, so that we can start leading up to all the designs that I made in 2025. So this is sitting in the room for me to do another design in the future. And then I think the next month, okay, so the next month it's going to be in June, and it's going to be the slime drip one. I think this would be perfect because I tend to do more like neons or bright colors, loud colors, and more like, it's not Guro Kawaii. I mean, it could be, but it's more like goosebumps-y for me that time of year. I think that's the closest I can see. I did put a heart on there. I should probably, I don't know, maybe I can do more drips on this side too. I think that would be good. But either way, I feel like this is something I like. The slime drip is more summer to me. It feels more summer. I think I remember growing up and seeing all these commercials as a kid for like the scary whatever, the slime foods or whatever. I never had one. I really want one, and I feel like they're probably really expensive right now because they are a collectible. But I've always wanted one. Queasy bake ovens. Those were like advertised heavily towards the end of summer, I would say, or like right before fall began because of Halloween. And my emotions towards Halloween have always been starting like in the June time period because that's when the stores start putting them out. I don't think that's always been the case, but that's always been the case for me. Like I got more into my scene phase in the summer, and I think it was because it was a representation of freedom for me. I know that sounds silly to say it that way, but like in the summer, I wasn't at school, so I didn't have to impress anybody, and I could just try and dress however I wanted because I most times was not in summer school. There were a couple times where my mom forced me to go to Korean school and I couldn't dress the way I wanted. I tried the best that I could, but without like offending anybody else around me. Now I don't care. Like, who cares? Dress the way you want, offend everybody, don't comply. But yeah, I think this represents my summer as a child being like, I don't know, more goosebumpy. So that's this one. And then in August, oh, I didn't grab that one. Hold on. I forgot the reason why I didn't grab this one was because I actually don't have one for myself. I made one because my best friend told me that it would be a really good idea. And I'm like, I mean, I'll try it, but I don't think it's really my style because it really isn't. But I know it's a lot of other people's style. The mushroom beret. This one's going to be super easy. It's literally just going to be like teaching people how to do the circles and sewing it on and all that. I think that would be a good idea, like teaching people how to sew on appliques. That's going to be the base of that video. I know it's going to be very silly because like it's literally just circles, just different sizes of circles, however I want, wherever I want. You just put it on and hope for the best, you know? So I'm going to make another one of these, but this is going to be in August. I think I'm going to end up doing some around here too. It really depends on what people say about this. My arm's starting to get tired, but at the market, because I am bringing this to Mossy Hollow, if people look at it and be like, oh, I wish that there were some on this side, then I will start putting some on that side. If not, then great. Like, I don't mind if people criticize my work and saying, I wish it was more this way, because like it's helpful, constructive criticism. Okay, so going back to my last market, there was this one girl that was trying on a lot of my clothing, and one of the things that she tried on was one of my cowboy outfits, and I mentioned, yeah, it's just too tight for me right here, and it just doesn't match my aesthetic, and blah, blah, blah. And I don't know if she heard me say that it's too tight for me right here, but she like nailed down the point. Yeah, you should next time make it not as tight, which is like, fine. I understand that's constructive criticism. But like also, I literally just said that. So I know what the problem was. It hurt my feelings a little bit, but I'm going to try to be better about not letting things like that hurt me, because it is me accepting that's what the people want. It's not always about what I want, especially if I'm making things for other people, you know? So yeah, this is going to be in August. I need to put this in a different pile so I don't forget to put it back in the, well, I mean, it has this little thing, so I should remember. But next we'll have in October, since it is October, we'll have the regular spiderweb beret. And this one is gonna be super easy. It's just a spiderweb motif. And then like onto this. Easy. Whatever. I don't know how much to say. So we'll put this one back in this pile. And then in December, to get ready for the next Valentine's Day, we'll do this one. I think that's a good like little base. And then at the very end of the year, since I'll have that all built up, since I should have it written down as I go, I really want to, as I go, do a pattern like testing. I did talk to Erie Knots about that, and I was like, hey, so I want to do more pattern testing. I need to reply to her. She sent me a message and I just haven't gotten to it. But I really want to try this year to be a little bit more adamant about doing pattern tests and not be as scared. I think my issue with my last few pattern tests, one was, well, the last one I did was not the frosting skelly. That one was pretty successful. I was really lucky to have friends who were wanting to do this kind of pattern, who were willing to help me out for my very first one. And I'm very, very grateful for them for pushing my name out there. And I kind of miss using Lemon 8 because I did gain a lot of followers on there who were really into the crochet scene. And the reason why I stopped posting on Lemon 8 is because it's the same platform as TikTok, first of all. But second of all, it's just one of those, like, they stopped allowing music on there. And as somebody that uses my short form content to showcase music, I just don't see the value of putting my stuff on there. So I need to get better at photos in the first place. But either way, besides the point, I got really lucky that my first pattern job was very successful because I have really good friends in the community who are very supportive of me in general. The second pattern job, however, I used a yarn that not many people are willing to work with. More people are willing to work with acrylics if they're garment making. I am more into lace weight yarns. I am more into the smaller yarns. Back to what I was saying. So I think the issue with the last pattern drop was, or the pattern testing session, was the fact that I was using a yarn that not many people are used to working with. It's expensive yarn. Bamboo is very expensive. Cotton yarn is a little bit harder to get a hold of. Most people, like at the very end when I was like canceling the pattern testing, because there were 2-3 people that like really, really worked adamantly on it. There was one person that was like so adamant about using acrylic yarn. I'm like, this is not the same drape. We cannot use acrylic yarn. I know that you said you can use a smaller hook, and I know you said that you can just work it up really quickly, but it is not the same drape, and I cannot accept that you want to use acrylic yarn. And like, I feel bad because like it hurts to be the one to put your foot down and be like, I cannot accept the excuses, and I cannot accept that you want to go off the pattern. I need you to understand that this is not acceptable. And like, I feel really bad for the pattern makers or the pattern testers who did buy the yarn. I feel bad for the pattern testers who did finish the project. There was one that completely finished the project, and she did such a phenomenal job. And I feel so bad for her because like, I know it wasn't something that was in her normal thing. And I wish I could release a pattern, and I'm still like, it's basically all written down. The last portion of it isn't really tested. And on top of that, it's not like stretch proof. I think I need to move every size down a ring. And like, because bamboo yarn does stretch over time. Bamboo yarn is very like, I mean, it's not very like stretchy. Okay, so the thing is, it's very heavy. So it will pull down, especially if your tension is not super tight. I have it written down. I might just put it on my Ko-fi as a bonus. Like, $1 or maybe even free as a, hey, this is a rough draft. If you guys see any flaws, please let me know. Please tell me so I can go in and edit, and then I'll go put it out as like a full pattern. I might do that still. I've been thinking about it, but I still feel bad for my pattern testers who did test it out, and like I feel like I shafted them. I feel so bad about that, and that's why I don't want to do that. And then on top of that, I didn't get enough people in the size ranges that I wanted, because like I'm a very small artist on all platforms. I'm a very small artist. Like I have a little bit over 6K on my main account on TikTok, and I don't know how to market myself. I don't know how to stick to trends. I don't know how to do any of those. I mean, I know how to stick to trends, but my brain won't let me. I literally, there's a mental block there that's like, ew, you don't want to do that. Why are you complying, you know? Anyways, like, it's just, I don't think that pattern making for large garments is my thing at this moment. I want it to be eventually, but large garments in different yarns aren't the way right now, unfortunately for me. And I will want to stick to just small accessories until I can get a little bit better, more accustomed to pattern making for larger quantities, I guess. I don't know, like large ranges, that's what I meant. I'm just really disappointed in myself, and I feel very bad for ever having to put that out there, and all the yarn that people have bought. I wish I could compensate them, and that's something I want to do as I'm getting more into fashion designing. I want to be able to compensate my pattern testers in the future, but that's something that I will manage as I go through the year. But anyways, getting back to the pattern release thing, I want to every month kind of do like a small pattern testing group so that others can like follow along. I don't know how I'm going to do it with the beret, like the base beret or the stripe beret. I think I might just combine that into one group. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. So anyways, that's that I thought about. I did do like what things I want to make in the future for my markets. And for the summer markets, I want to make the electric blue skelly shrugs. I want to make more detachable collars. I want to make more chokers, headdresses and bonnets, the ones that I've been working on. So I'll show you that real quick. This little guy, let me unravel him real quick. But this guy I want to put into my summer makes. This is very heavy because this one, like I said, I didn't say this one is bamboo, so it is heavy. It's not super warm because it is bamboo, and like you can probably do it out of cotton. Cotton doesn't stretch as much as bamboo does, and bamboo doesn't stretch as much either. But I think I'm going to put this in my summer makes and sell it during the summer because I feel it is one of those, like, maybe more people wear bows in the summer, but you can wear headdresses, bonnets in the summer if you want. And then on top of that, I want to do more bows. And like, I don't have a bow in my hair right now. I did last night, but I want to make more fabric bows. I want to make more maybe crochet bows, ones that like sit on top of your head, or like big ones, because I have all of those ribbons I've been collecting throughout the years, and I need to use them instead of just collecting them. I know I have an issue, but like when there's something on clearance, or if I see it in a thrift store, I'm going to buy it because it's basically the cheapest I'll ever see it again. So that's something I want to do in the summers. Market prep, I wrote a market prep thing, so I'm not going to read that out to y'all. That's annoying, boring. And then I wrote a little thank you note in here so that I can write it down, cut it up, put it on the bags, whatever. I also did like a little bit of extra, candy ideas. I have like the ghosties, the bee ghosties. I have ducks, pigs, ice cream, dinosaurs, maybe a wolf, maybe a bat. Maybe I'll get back to the gummy bear. Give me 1 second. I had to go say bye to my husband before he went to work. But anyways, we have this photo, but we have this picture that I kind of drew because I kind of want to get into making bunting, but then I remembered that like you can also make them into belts. So I just kind of drew this out, and I do have some like clouds hanging out in here in this room, and I kind of want to have them hanging from like a belt loop thing. I do have some moons in here, like this one right here. I have a bunch of yarn, so I'm probably gonna do that soon and figure all that out. I think that would be really fun. And then I also drew out this one right here, bats and hearts. I think that one I should do next, like right now, once I finish this. I'm so sad that I'm not going to be able to wear it. Like, I'm going to wear it once. I'm not going to even add buttons to it because at this point, I'm not going to wear it. Like, who cares? I care, but like also, I'm really sad that I can't. It doesn't fit. I'll add the buttons. I'll add buttons, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, I want to start this ASAP because I did kind of talk about this recently on my Halloween video. And because I talked about it, I might as well just do it. I just want to do it. Okay, so I got to find one of my mutuals. She's also here on YouTube. I forgot what her name. Dumpy Crochet. She sent me a pattern, like a free pattern for sure. But she sent me a link to a free pattern for a bat that like looks really good. So I'm going to use that pattern for the bats, and then the hearts, I'm just going to use the heart patterns that I've been using. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fine. It's going to be great. And then I drew another one for like maybe Halloween time. So maybe I'll do something like these ones. I don't know if I want to do applique. So I'm not going to do applique. Well, this one might be applique. So if the bats are applique, then the hearts will be applique. These ones will be amigurumi. But this one, at this point, I'm not sure if I want to do applique or if I want to do amigurumi. I think amigurumi, because I honestly feel like amigurumi would be better for this. Just because like it gives it more depth and texture. And like the applique, you know, it kind of like scrunches up. But like if I do applique, because I could do applique for this. That's something maybe I'll do in October. I'm not sure yet. This was just a rough draft, and I might not even think about it in October. Let's be honest here. I'll probably forget that I drew this out because I'm probably going to throw this away soon. Which I should start keeping these. I should start journaling. But we all know if you've been here since last year, especially since like last January of last year, you know that I started on like a journal of all the materials I used for all of the projects I made. And I quit doing that in like February. So I don't want to add more junk to my house. Anyways, I think that was it. I have one more paper here. I think this one was just, okay, this was just ideas for a gift box for my friend that might be moving to California. So I talk about her all the time. She's so great, and I wish y'all could meet her. She's so sweet, and she's so supportive, and she's one of the only reasons why I'm still at the location I'm at, and I'm going to miss her a lot. Like, I didn't think that anybody I worked with would have this much of an impact on me, but she's absolutely a huge impact to me, and I just love her. She's great. Did I show you guys the base concept of what this sweater was supposed to be? This was supposed to be the concept. Good thing this isn't working out. All right, I'm going to get back to this. All right, we're at the end of this trim for the bodice. I don't hate it, but I also don't love it. I ended up keeping it open cardigan because, like, I don't know. I just don't feel like putting the buttons on. I already know that I'm probably going to end up getting rid of this, like getting it out of my stash. So, yeah, it's whatever. Like, it's not the worst thing in the world. And I think if you like just button it here, it's kind of okay as well. Still not my favorite. It is what it is. I still have to do the trim around the wrists, but this is all the yarn we have left. So I'm going to get some makeup on and then like get ready for the day, I guess, so I can go buy more yarn. And while we're at it, So, okay, instead of doing like a sew with me and listen to music thing, I'm going to do a make stationery and listen to music thing, because the sewing, that's going to take like a lot of overhead shots and moving the camera around, because I do a lot more movement when I sew. And that's one of the reasons why I don't like talking through my sewing projects. And like, I only do shorts for it. I'll talk about it every now and then, but it's just such a hassle to move everything around. It's just not for me. I have a tiny sewing space. I don't have everything in one compact area. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I do that. Anyways, yeah, like I said, I'm going to go get my makeup ready, my makeup done. I'm going to try on this wig that I bought recently for the first time ever. It's a white wig, and it's for my not chandelure, I'm doing lit wig. It's for my lit wig project. So I'm going to try that on for the first time today. What else am I doing? I'm going to finish up these wrists. I might buy some stationery stuff for my... Oh, yeah, the reason why. Okay, I'm going to make like little thank you notes. I'm going to cut them out of regular paper maybe, or nice kind of fancy paper. They do have Valentine's Day paper out right now. And I think it's still only 30% off, which is like not actually a deal. That's just the normal price. They lie to you. If there's any like kind of decent stationery paper that's a little bit cheaper and that's still pretty, I might get that instead. But I want to like make little thank you notes. Sorry, my back hurts. I can't be doing that anymore. I'm getting old. But I want to make little thank you notes that I just attach to the handle of the bag with my name or my like business name on the outside, and then write a little thank you for supporting a small business type deal, and then adding my Instagram and my TikTok handle to it. Because as somebody who is very poor starting this business up, I could not afford to put a backside on my business cards. So I need to like do something. Maybe if stamps are cheap enough, I'll buy some stamps to decorate the bag with. At this point, it's not something that I'm super concerned with, but it would be something I'd love to do. I know during the Halloween time, I'm probably going to buy more stationery stuff, because I want to like... I was watching this video and they were talking about like packaging, and they said, if you're beginning out with your business, don't put all your eggs in a basket to do good packaging, because like you want... like packaging is good. It's great when you got your feet more on the ground, you know? And I'm not quite there yet, so I don't want to put too much money into it. However, I still want to write little thank you notes, because I did work really hard this winter, and I know my phone bill just came out, so I probably shouldn't spend too much money, but I'm still a higher... my bank account's still decently okay to at least afford paper, you know? So... and then maybe a little bit of skeins of yarn, because boy, oh boy, I want to do something else besides this. So we're almost done with this cardigan. I have to sew this in. I need to remember to do that. I need to sew in the cuffs as well. So yeah, let me stop talking and get ready. I'm so tired of doing a makeup look just for this eye to catch something in it. I have no idea why it keeps on happening. I've had to wear glasses all week because my eye just keeps on catching stuff in it. And like, it just ruins the look, you know? But here's the wig. I have to wear a hat because the hair bump in the back looks really ugly. I don't even want to like do a full shot of this outfit because my makeup looks so bad. Like, I know it's not so bad. I know I'm being super judgmental because I had a look in mind. And like the makeup keeps on wearing down. So like maybe I just don't do a close up of the makeup. Like, as somebody who loves to do their makeup, it's like it's so unfair that I have to keep on like worried about this eye. Like, you can see how different it looks now. This eye looks like I have conjunctivitis. It's literally just there's junk in my eye and it won't come out. And like I have to wait for it to like, you know, it's just so annoying. I don't know how much of that last clip it recorded because apparently my mic's dead. I'm so annoyed. I want whatever junk is in my eye to get out. Like, it just... I had a whole look in mind. This is the wig, by the way. Here's Apollo. He's trying to comfort me, but this is the wig I'm going to use for my Gajinka. You have to wear a hat with it because, well, I have a lot of hair, so you can see the bump back here. My eye is super itchy, but let me like back up so I can show you guys. Sorry about the mic issues, but here's the outfit. Ta-da! I might wait a little bit to leave the house because I'm like so annoyed. Like I still want to like film a whole video, like just showing off this look, but like also I can't show off the makeup, and the makeup is like one of the biggest parts of this. Like, it's so annoying! Guys, now it's both of my eyes. Oh, this is incredibly painful. I think I may have scratched this cornea. This one is just, it's just following through. Oh my god, this is awful. So I'm not doing a video today, but I'm still following up on the vlog. Well, since we're here, we might as well just wash the freaking makeup brushes, because maybe it's my makeup brushes that are making me do this. Like, I know I haven't been very faithful at washing my brushes, but like also, can you blame me? So we're just not going to leave the house. I took some medication. Maybe that will help with my eye problems. Well, it's not going to help the eye problem. It's going to help me not think of the eye problems. But boy, oh boy, I feel so bad. Like, I want to try to be better about doing things on Mondays and be better at like uploading schedules and all that. I'm so flaky though. Like, everything I do is so flaky. I'm so tired of being flaky. All right, the brushes are all washed. They need to dry. Hopefully they dry in time by tomorrow, because I have places to be tomorrow. We don't know what time we're leaving. My eyes are in pain. They're not as bad now that I've had time to sit on it. Like, okay, so the issue is I have this picking problem, and it's because I'm neurodiverse that I do this, and I wish I didn't do this, but because I wasn't leaving the house immediately and I had the choice to leave whenever I wanted to, I just sat there and picked at my eyeball. And that's why I scratched my cornea. So don't do that. I learned that you shouldn't do that like a couple weeks ago, and I've been pretty good about not doing that, but because I had free time, I just did it. So yeah, I'm gonna go take a shower because I've been wanting to do my hair for a while and actually get dressed instead of just wearing my clothes, my regular clothes, and then doing a straight hairstyle. I miss my curly hair. So we're gonna go do that, bed rot for a little bit. Hopefully my eyes will be better by then. And then maybe I'll sew so that I don't have to like touch more textures after this. I don't know what I'm wearing tomorrow. Lord help me. All right, so we're still in pain. You can obviously see the pain in my eyes, but I have my ramen heating up and I'm going to do my hair in between sessions. I should probably silence, but anyways, I am slowly getting back onto Facebook just because of work things. I'm trying to get more like nighttime shifts right now because I am a night owl, and I know that one of the reasons why I'm not doing well with my art, or I don't feel like I'm doing well with my art, is because this one, hold on. I need to switch these out. Okay, back at it. We're eating a little snack. I don't remember what these are called, but they're like bread soaked in like this sweet spicy sauce. It's so good. My husband randomly bought it on Wii. Wii is like not free. It's a Asian online grocery store. If you want to buy anything, it's so cheap on there. They'll deliver it to you. Buy bags of rice. It's so good. Anyways, I was looking on the Rockville.com lineup for May. It's in Daytona. And Daytona's not that far from me. On Sunday, their headliner is My Chemical Romance. Already stacked, already want to go, right? $175. I'm like, I don't know if $175 is worth it. However, I keep on looking, and there's A Day to Remember, Rise Against, Yellow Card, All Time Low, Coheed and Cambria, Slaughter to Prevail, Sleeping with Sirens, Dance Gavin Dance, Under Oath. Those were all in the first two lines of other artists, right? So I'm like, okay, I can kind of reason with $175. And I look down, I see Bless the Fall, and then I see Bloodywood, and I'm like, okay, Bloodywood is international. I wonder if there's going to be any other international people, because Bloodywood is good. If you haven't listened to Bloodywood, you should check them out. they're so unique, and I really appreciate how they bring their culture into the metal scene. So good. Anyways, keep on going, and I'm like, okay, so some of these look a little bit international, more, oh, you see the Ataris. I'm actually like actively looking at these and like really looking at the artists right now. Then I look down, and it's Jaluka. A ticket to one of their concerts by itself is already 300 something bucks. $175 for one day. I think the whole 4-day weekend is over 1K, which I cannot afford. Absolutely can't afford that. However, I can't afford $175. I may just bite the bullet and get the ticket, and then because I'm not guaranteed to make money. Like, what if I just keep on working more shifts? Oh, going back to like the switching to morning shifts thing, I think that's one of the reasons why I don't crochet as much well, I am crocheting. I don't feel as successful in my art is because I'm not a morning person at all. So when I come home, I immediately pass out, and then I don't have any time left to do anything, because like a lot of times before work, I'll get some sewing done, but I haven't had that time. I'd rather sew like before work. And I know this is a weird thing to say, but I'm the type of person, like, I know that if I sit down and sew something, I'm going to sew it very poorly if I have to like sit there and just work on that whole entire thing the whole entire day. That's my thing. Like, if I can get myself to only do one step at a time, one, I'm less frustrated. Two, the end result is much better because my brain isn't like losing brain cells or whatever to keep on pushing myself through the project, right? So anyways, I need to get back onto night shifts. What if I picked up more shifts so I can go to this concert? Like, this is Jaluka. Come on. Jaluka, we got Bloodywood, we got My Chemical Romance. Bloodywood, I wouldn't say is one of my favorite artists in the world, but I don't think I'd ever have another chance to see them. My Chemical Romance, though? Are you kidding me? I might bite the bullet. I'm going to talk to my husband tonight, and I'm going to let him know what's happening with that. If y'all could help, please spread the word about my business. That'd be really great too. But I think I will be picking up more shifts again because I really, really, really think I should go to this concert. I really want to go. Okay, let me talk about this more because I'm still not over it. So on Friday, Bring Me the Horizon is like the biggest headliner, and then they have Motionless in White, Black Veil Brides, Breaking Benjamin, Lamb of God, Flyleaf, Memphis May Fire, Simple Plan, Switchfoot, Plain White Tees, Gym Class Heroes, 303, Breathe Carolina, The Ready Set, Framing Hanley. That stage right there, Simple Plan is the main, the big voice there. But then Switchfoot, I think they're all right. They have special memories for me as a kid, but I don't relate to their music anymore. Plain White Tees, Gym Class Heroes, 303, Breathe Carolina, The Ready Set, Framing Hanley. I think I've heard of Framing Hanley. That's a stacked stage, though, for me, for little me. And then next stage, they have Avatar, Dragon Force, Apocalyptica. What else? Necrogoplicon. I think I've heard of Galactic Empire. I'm not sure. The next stage, yeah, I don't know who Avatar is. That was the main headliner for the last stage. This next stage, I don't really know anybody on that stage. So we're gonna go to Friday. Big headliner, Foo Fighters. Then we have The Offspring. Don't know what that next one is, so we're just going to skip into the next one I know. Let's see. Hollywood Undead, Tom Morello. Nice. Sick Puppies. Then we have a couple I don't know how to say or read, so that means I don't listen to them. We have Chelsea Grin. We have Rack Sabbath. I'm not sure who that is. Suicidal Tendencies. I've heard of them. The next stage is people I don't know. Okay. So on Thursday, Guns N' Roses, big headliner. So it was advertised to me as what is it? Divorced dad rock stage. So I think Thursday is the divorced dad rock stage. Sunday, absolutely. Okay, maybe it isn't. I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, Guns N' Roses, Godsmack, Alice Cooper, Black Label Society, Led Zeppelin, kind of. Somebody from Led Zeppelin. Buck Cherry, who I have seen live, and that was the first time I ever heard of them. The next stage is Five Finger Death Punch. I don't know that one. All That Remains, I know that one. And then with next stage, Ice Nine Kills. I do like their logo, don't like their use of AI. Their music is decent. And I think I used to listen to them back in high school before they did the horror movie shtick, so good for them for finding their success. We have Atreyu, and if I don't think they'd play Crimson, because every time I put Crimson on TikTok, it gets flagged. So I don't know what's going on with that. I need to look into that. But Atreyu, oh, I would absolutely cry if I saw that live. Next stage, Death Clock, Cradle of Death, Faith, Death. I don't remember. I do know the name. I can't remember his Faith or Death. We have Flesh God Apocalypse, Immolation. I think I know them. Then the next stage we have Mayday Parade. So going into the emo punk thing, Mayday Parade, Story of the Year, The Wonder Years, State Champs, We the Kings, Census Fail, Amber Lynn, and the next two I don't know. But I did text my husband, and he's like, what did I say? I said something along the lines of Rockville, May 10th is really stacked. I really want to go. And he's texted back, that's in Daytona, right? And I texted him back and I was like, hey, so yes. And if this isn't any insight of who is going to be there or why I really want to go, my chem headlining, Jaluka, Bloodywood. And I think I may have convinced him. I might convince him. So the 4-day pass, let me go back to the 4-day pass. The 4-day pass is 400 something bucks, or starts at 400 something bucks, 458 bucks, which like I really don't want to pay that much money, but also all 4 days are pretty good. I can't do all 4 days. I have to only do 1 day, and like because you have to pay for parking too, y'all. I can't. And then if we do all 4 days, we're gonna want to do the hotel, and I can't afford that. Well, anyways, I'm gonna try to convince him for at least Sunday, because Sunday, like, that is the day that caught my eye. Like 100% big headliner being Meghem. That absolutely caught my eye. So I need to go. I need to go. All right, so I've been working on this bralette for a little bit, and I'm gonna be so honest with you. I've had to rip the seams of 3 pieces now. I'm working on the 3rd piece, and I just want to go ahead and start on my gajinka. Like, this sucks, but I can always come back to this. This can always be something that I put in a bag and be like, okay, I'll finish this later. I think I'm gonna finish ripping the seam, and then I will go ahead and start cutting out the fabric pieces for the top for this. The skirt's done, so I'll just wear the skirt. I might just wear it tomorrow. I don't know what I want to do. My eyes are still messed up, but yeah, at this point I just don't want to work with this project anymore. I know what I've done and I know how I can fix it. This piece, I need to double check to make sure I didn't like forget to write the little piece marker here. I feel like I did, because some things don't make sense with what I have. So that being said, yeah, I'm over it. I'm done. Hello. We're going to Universal today. I got my little bows on and my little headdress on. I got a little pin down here that says, I choose you, because it's one of my favorite quotes from The Simpsons. And then we got the skirt that I finished around Christmas time on. I think I told y'all, I gave up on that whole entire project. I'll get back to it eventually, maybe, but like, not anytime soon. It's not worth it to me. I just want to start on my gajinka. But yeah, on our way to Halloween Horror Nights. I just realized I haven't sewed this in yet, but she's done. It is what it is. Open face cardigan, not for me. I'm going to sell it at Goblin Market and just be like, hey, so it doesn't fit me, so this is why I'm selling it. Never been worn. Well, I'm going to do, like, I guess an outfit reveal on Thursday, but it's not going to make sense because this is just too big. I don't know if this will fit anybody else. I'm just hoping that somebody else will take it and maybe give it some more TLC than I can give, because it's just way too wide at the neck. And that's just, I mean, if you want a scoop neck cardigan, I guess that's fine. But like, do people actually want scoop neck cardigans? I don't know. Like, it almost looks like the Penny Lane cardigan. I don't know what they're called. Pennywise? I don't think that one's right. From It. Yeah, Pennywise from It. But yeah. At least I finished it. This was a really quick workup. It just doesn't fit me. Oh well. On to the next project. I'm remembering to do this now before we leave, but here's my outfit for today. Oh, well, if you can hear me. I was going to wear my jellyfish pin. I don't know where that is. So I'm wearing this one. I think this is from Color Ren. And they're also going to be at Goblin Market. And I love their art. They have an Ida bag that I really want. It's like a heart one. And it has like little cross things. But yeah, I made this last year for MegaCon. And it's one of my favorite makes ever in the whole entire world. This, maybe not as much. But this top, absolutely. If I could do this one differently, I'd probably like use 2 panels. But if I do 2 panels, then you wouldn't get this nice little fade down here. So I do want to make this again. I absolutely do. But it's just one of those, like, I had to figure out the pattern and all that. And I think I would also go in it as a, how do you say, a raglan top instead of this open top. It's nice. I don't really like cold shoulders that much, mostly because like this is tough. Also, we got little leg warmers. So I'm dressed to go to the Chinese Lantern Festival in Sanford Zoo, something like that. Yeah. All right. It's kind of late. It doesn't start until 7, but still want to kind of explore the area and hope I don't get in trouble for wearing all of this, because I think it's cute. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Man, I love frogs. Look so cute. Oh, neat. One of my favorite things has been that there's like little heat lamps in there for the animals. We can't see them, but they're warm.
They're knocking together.
Yeah, that's cute. I don't know if my camera can pick up the knocking sound, but it's kind of raining out here. But look how pretty! Ah! It's such a pretty color.
And it's funny.
This is also a very pretty color.
Yeah.
Unique, and then immediately run into other things.
Right, right. Same thing with Jack.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Look at the explosion of colors. So many colors. I hear oh, there's, I don't know if you guys can see them. That's why he's the goat. He's awake. Look at the little babies, if you can see him. This one's face is pretty. Meh.
That one's also pretty. See? Look, he looks pretty.
He's angry. I don't think he's as pretty.
Until the goats back there are angry too.
All the goats, they're like, you guys are waking us up during bedtime.
Bedtime.
Ooh, so pretty. So pretty. I think she moves. I know that the tree has like little smoke. If I can catch some of it, I'll try to do it for y'all. So pretty. Hello, welcome to the end of the vlog where I talk about everything I made at the end of this vlog. To be honest, this wasn't like a really big project making vlog. I did a lot of travel this week, so I don't have as much to show y'all. But I did finish that sweater. I think that's literally the only thing I finished this. Oh, there's a couple other things that I started on that I haven't told y'all because I was out in public and I didn't really feel like talking. I do feel like by the end of this vlog, though, because this was a nighttime event, I feel a little bit more comfortable doing the nighttime vlog stuff. So I think this might be something I might, like traveling stuff. It might be something I get into. As of right now, I'm still trying to stick that to only being like short form content, mostly because I kind of want to try to keep that all separated. But you know my brain. If you've watched this long into this video, you should know how it goes around here. I don't stick to one thing. It's really hard. It's a miracle that I'm trying to stick to fashion design. But anyways, we're here at the end. I will show you this little guy. So I started on this while at Universal, while my husband and our friend went and rode the Hulk. Unfortunately for me, the older I get, the less I am able to do any rides, roller coasters specifically. Not that I'm scared. It's the fact that my head bangs around too much and I get sick really easily now. So I'd rather avoid that when I can. So instead I just sat back, watched the bags, watched the phones, all that, and crocheted. The unfortunate news for me is I packed my 5mm hook as opposed to my 4.5mm hook. My berets take the 4.5mm hooks. So yeah, I was working on a beret, one of the heart spiderweb berets, so I can just maybe put one more into the inventory stack. It's a pretty easy project to work up for me because I don't have to think. I just have to have my stitch markers. It's pretty easy for me to work those up when I'm not home. So it's kind of my go-to project when I'm out and about. And yeah, so started this. We'll have to frog this. I did finish my sweater. I don't feel like grabbing it right now because you guys saw what it looks like. It doesn't fit me, so I'm not going to do an outfit reveal. I don't know how I'm going to put it on my TikTok. Honestly, I might just do a, hey, this is this, but I had to change out of this because, like, I don't think I'm clear enough about how against ICE I am, and I need to make that abundantly clear. I know I make it more clear on here that I am against our government, our current government right now. And in general, I'll probably be against our government because it's always pro billionaires and never pro the working class. So either way, I might do a short form video where I show off the sweater a little bit and then be like, this doesn't fit me, so it's going to be for somebody else, and then I'll just switch into a different outfit. I don't know yet. I don't know the semantics. I need to make that abundantly clear on my short form content. So I'll get around to that. That's an aside. But also, what else did I finish this week? I don't think I finished a single thing. Oh, I finally wore that skirt out. I realized I don't want to do the bodice piece. I did start on my Gajinka though. So you guys saw the wig that I plan on wearing with it. There was another wig that I kind of wanted and it was more like vintagey, and I may or may not go back and grab that one instead. I do want to get more into wearing wigs personally, just because like I can't dye my hair the colors I want yet. I hope to one day be able to do like pink hair again, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. I work for a pretty conservative company. I say pretty conservative, but I'm also very left leaning. I tried to say wing and lean at the same time. Either way, I'm pretty left wing leaning. Whatever. Anyways, yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to do our hair the color I want anytime soon. So I want to utilize wigs more into my outfits. And as somebody who still does like to do vintage, like you can see the remnants of my vintage hair. I haven't brushed it, and that's why it looks like it does right now. And it was humid, surprisingly humid these last 2 days. So my hair fell out. Anyways, all besides the point, I do plan on buying more wigs and then using those wigs as well to help showcase some of my berets, my hair pieces, because I do plan on buying more mannequin heads because I do kind of specialize in headwear at this point. So that being said, you guys did see the wig. Right now, I am working on Whimsy Row's Wasteland hood. Hold on, I have to pet Apollo real quick. I need him to feel satisfied. I hope he's satisfied. He doesn't look like he is, but he might be. Anyways, I started working on the Wasteland hood from Whimsy Row, and here she is so far. And I wish I had done a better job at like updating y'all, but like I'm just really bad at stuff like this in general. But well, to be honest, okay, so I frogged the last time. I was working on it in this colorway, which is supposed to be the same colorway as this. However, this one is another dye lot than this one, so it's definitely not the same. So I decided to frog that one and then move on to this one because this one is very like the inside of Litwick. I just deleted that photo. I'm going to re-download that photo, but this is a reminder of what Litwick looks like. And the inside of the flame is like a darker, like not a darker, but like a more pale purple, which is what this is. And then the outside of the flame is a darker purple. So that's kind of what I'm doing. This is just like, I just finished the last row of the neck piece, and I think I'm at the part where I slip stitch the seam. I don't know if this will fit me. This is a one size fits all thing, and I think I have a big head, so I don't know if this will fit me. The artist themselves looks smaller than, like, definitely looks smaller than I do, so we'll see if this fits. If not, I'll just add a couple extra rows on the back somewhere. And then, yeah, I'll start working on the hood. The outside of the hood, sorry, the outside of the hood is going to be that darker purple. So I think also, because I don't like seeing my seams right here, I'll probably add this yellow to it. Or no, not this yellow. Hold on. This yellow over here that gives it, because like Litwick's eyes are yellow, and I don't feel like buying contacts for it, and I don't think I have enough yellow eyeshadow in my palettes, so I'm probably gonna do something to make the yellows pop a little bit more, or like feign that yellow eye thing, so I can be a little bit more obvious that I am cosplaying or gajinka-ing Litwick. So yeah, this is going to be done soon. So, oh, also, I'm still on the fence about this. I may or may not change my vlog schedule to having Mondays. Like, okay, so Mondays usually, especially in the summer, is when I try to travel more often by myself to go to the park, so I'm not like tired on Thursday, so I can sit home and like record everything, or like not record everything, edit everything. But I'm going to buy those Rockville tickets, not the whole weekend pass. It's just going to be Sunday. I've convinced our friend, the one we went to Universal with, I've convinced him to purchase tickets on that Sunday as well, and we're going to carpool. I'm going to buy me and my husband's tickets today, actually, because I just got paid. And let's get millionaires. I'm going to buy the tickets for me and my husband and the parking ticket so that we can all like carpool and go together for that Sunday, because I don't think I'll ever get a chance to see MCR or Jaluka separately. The fact that they're performing on the same day, I'm going to cry. I absolutely will be crying that day, and I can't wait for my makeup to run. I do need to start picking up more shifts. I'm going to be busy most Thursdays. I can always try to edit my vlogs on Wednesdays and then just have them upload on Thursdays, which I may do. Or I might switch my weekly vlogs to Mondays, and then Thursdays being the extra day. If I have extra time, then I'll do something. I don't know. We'll think about it. I do really like my Mondays being my extra day, and then Thursdays being my weekly vlog day. So yeah, like I said, we'll think about it. As of right now, the schedule is still going to be Mondays. If I have any extra things to talk about, we'll do Mondays, and then Thursdays I will make it my weekly vlog. Honestly, I should have put the Rockville stuff in my Monday vlog, but also I have other things, like actual planned things, like the stationery. I still want to get back to doing that. And then also I think my markets vlogs, I'll start posting those on Mondays instead of the day after, so I don't have to like stress myself out, you know? Yeah. All right. Less than a week. Oh my God. It's like a week or two. Like we're right there. We're right there. The market is right there. Holy cow. Okay. Well, I gotta get this done. I gotta start doing some stationery stuff. I gotta do a lot of stuff. So thanks for watching this vlog. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for getting some body doubling done. We are going to see you guys maybe Monday with stationery stuff. Okay, bye!